Hey YouTube, have you ever got in trouble chewing gum in class and your teacher's like, I want you to write I will not chew gum in class so many times on a piece of paper? Well, I have a solution for that, and we're going to build it. So, this is the program. When you hit enter, it prints off I will not chew gum in class 1,000 times. More than enough to please your teacher. As long as she doesn't think you're cheating. Let's get to it! Let's open up idle. 3.6. File. New file. And yeah, let's start by making some variables. So let's say var equals text, right? For now, I'm gonna save this in my scripts. I'll call it no chew gum. It's not quite as a descriptive name as this, but oh well. Okay, so last video we worked with some if statements, so it should still be fairly fresh in your brain. Maybe not, but we can refresh over it again. So, if we want to check if var equals text, we can do it this way, right? And if it's true, we can do something like, say, print I will not chew gum in class, right? And if we run this, it will say I will not chew gum in class because var is equal to text. So it's true, so it does this. Not terribly complicated. Okay, but there's another command that we can use instead of the if statement called a while loop. Okay, what this is going to do is it's going to do the same thing that the if statement's going to do, right? It's going to say while var equals true. So it's saying if var equals true, do this. But when we're done doing that, instead of just going and keep, going down this code down here and doing all that, it's going to go back up here to the top, and it's going to check it again. Okay? So, what it's going to do is say, if var is equal to true, then do this, and then go up and check it again, and say, is var still equal to true? And if it's still equal to true, then we do this, and if it's not, then it skips down here. But if it is, it skips up here again, and checks it again, and then checks it again, and checks it again, until it's not equal to true. And if it's not equal to true, then it skips down to here. But as long as it is equal to true, it's going to keep doing this over and over and over and over again. Okay? Now, if we run this program, it's going to go on forever. I'm just telling you, because var is always going to be equal to text. Okay? So you can see it's just going to keep printing and printing and printing and printing on forever after we close it. I'm going to kill it. Okay. Yeah. So we've got something where we've got ourselves stuck in an eternal loop. Yeah. So what we can do here is we can, instead of just printing I will not chew gum in class, we can change var equal to something else, right? And then when we run it, it will only print it off once, right? Because it's changing it to something else. Okay, so now what we can do is, instead of using text, we can use a different variable type other than text or strings called numbers. Ooh. Yeah. So we can make that equal to 1, and we can say, is this, instead of var equals text, we can say, is it equal to 1, and instead down here we can say, is var equal to, we'll make var equal to 2, right? And if we run this, it's going to do the same thing. Save it, run it. I will not chew gum in class, close it off. But the power of numbers is we can do more than just is it equal to. Instead, we can do stuff like is it less than, or is it greater than, or is it less than or equal to, or is it not equal to. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm going to go through all of them at the same right now. But right now we can say, is it less than or equal to, let's say, 10, right? Actually, let's go for the less than first. That seems a little bit simpler. And then down here we can say, we can do arithmetic stuff, right? So we can say var equals var plus 1, right? So whatever the value of var is, it's going to add 1 to that, and that's going to be the new value of var. So every time through this, it's going to increment once. So it's going to, first time through it's going to be 1, second time through it's going to be 2, third time third, 4, 5, 6, until it gets to 10, right? Save this, we can run it, and it prints it off 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because it started off as 1. So the first time through, it's less than 10. So it prints I will not chew gum in class, and then it's equal to 1, and then it's going to take 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So now it goes up here and it's equal to 2, and then it goes through here, and 2 plus 1 is 3, so it goes up here, and 3 is still less than 10, so it does it again. 4, still less than 10, do it again. 5, still less than 10, do it again. 9, still less than 10, do it again. 10 is not less than 10, so then it quits, and it doesn't do it the 10th time. So, yeah, that's a while loop. So, and we can also put in here if var is less than or equal to 10, and what this is going to do is on the 9th time it's going to say, oh yeah, it's still less than 10, but on the 10th time it's going to say, oh, it's not less than 10, but it is still equal to 10, so it'll do it one more time, is all the less than or equal to, and then once it gets to 11, it'll be like, nope, we can't, we're not going to do that anymore. So you run this, it'll do it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. And for the sake of not having to count it, we can put var, comma, I will not chew gum in class. When you're doing different types, like numbers and strings, if you want to print both of them off at the same time, you have to use a comma instead of a plus, because otherwise the computer gets confused as to whether you're doing this kind of addition or whether you're adding 2 strings together to make one longer string. It just gets all confused, so you just use a comma instead when you're doing that. Okay, and yeah, comma works just fine, at least in Python 3.6. Okay, let's run module. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to chew comma class. Oh, and the other thing is comma automatically adds a space, so I don't have to add a space in here. That's just something that Python does. Yeah. So, now I've got it printing off 10 times. Now all we have to do is up the number right here. Let's say to 1,000. And now we can save this and run module. And bam! Look at that. That's really slow when you're doing it in idle. Yeah. So, now we can just put up here, just to finish off the program, we can put something like print ready to run the program. That way it doesn't confuse me. You know, it doesn't open immediately, but it also doesn't confuse me. If I put this in here, so I know exactly what it's going to do. Ready for you to hit enter. Or, you know what I could do? Press enter to start. That works good. And then at the very end, we'll put an input, so if you're running it just from the program and not through idle, it will stall at the end instead of just closing off when you're done with it. We'll run module, press enter to start, enter, doom, doing all that work for me. 1,000, waits for you to press enter again before closing off, and then it closes off. That is pretty cool. Okay, so thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.